Well, it took about 2.5 months. Finally did some damage to the big rock. Nothing serious. This thing is pretty much indestructible. I jumped it off of everything that I've jumped any of the rest of my trucks off of. Doing backflips off of trees, running it into stuff. I mean, pretty much anything crazy you could think of, I've done with this big rock. I've given it to my son and my nephew, and just let them drive it and have fun with it. And it absolutely takes a beating for sure. As of right now, this is my favorite thing, just to chug a 3S battery in it. I mean, just go have fun, and you really don't have to worry about it. I was doing some jumping. Well, I was jumping the hill, and I hit a stump pretty hard, and it basically just went into neutral. And I was like, well, probably just took out the spur gear. Since it's plastic, it's kind of what first thing to go is. I have a metal one sitting up on the wall ready to go. Anyways, just for whenever it actually happened, I knew it was going to. So pulled the motor and center diff out, and come to find out the motor just came loose, and it just barely took the tip off of the spur gear. So took it apart, cleaned it up, knocked off most of the edges. They're a little bit rounded over in the pinion, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So just tighten the motor back up, set the mesh, and we'll pop her back in there and beat the crap out of it some more until finally does decide to strip out, and then I'll end up putting the metal setup in it. I opted to buy the whole slipper clutch assembly with the metal gear on it. I figured that was the easiest thing to do, so you can just hot swap it, and maybe later on we'll do some messing around with gears and motors, and this would be a perfect setup to have for thrashing. The only other damage that we've really done to this thing is I been on its roof so much it ground down one of the battery, or not the battery, one of the body posts. So we're only running with 3 clips at the moment, but sure, I got some more of those somewhere. It's just not really that big a deal to change it. I'm sure it'll get worse. So when the other one decides to break off or wear off, I'll swap it out then. But even the body's still solid. I don't see any cracks or anything in it. I mean, it does have some pretty bad gouges. Definitely took some of that paint off the inside. But other than that, not really bad at all. So this is definitely my favorite truck at the moment. I know I have seen somewhere like motor and ESC failures and all those other kinds of things, but I don't know, this one's basically been bulletproof, and it's definitely been through the ringer for sure. Did lose a body clip whenever this happened, but yeah, we don't need that. But I don't know if you get it whenever these decide to come back in stock. I would definitely get one of these. I know they came out with that new what was it, Vortex, whatever. I forget what it was called, but I'm still deciding on if I want to buy one of those or not. I don't know if it may be a touch faster than the big rock, and maybe a little more stable, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just get the wheels up when they become available. Just buy the wheels and tires off for that and throw them on here and see how it does. I do have the all the stuff to change this over to a 17 millimeter hex. So I actually do decide to start modding this thing, I'm gonna do all that, and then I have a 2200 kV castle set up with the Mamba X. Figured that'd be perfect for this thing. Putting this little guy in it with the 2200 kV, I think that would be pretty fun. I think they make a 2650 kV in that line too. I think it's a 1512 2650, somewhere along in there. That wouldn't be bad for this either. Put a little extra kV on it, get a little more speed. But everybody's doing the 100-mile-an-hour big rocks now, so the only thing this thing really doesn't do is it really doesn't do backflips or any of those other, you know, crazy stunts. But yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I destroy my Creightons enough for, you know, doing backflips and you know, just clowning around with them. Pretty soon I'm gonna post a video of the damage I did to the Creighton the last time I took it out. It's a little mangled at the moment, to say the least. So hopefully soon I can get that video out, doing some passes with the 1650 kV, and he's doing pretty good. Got a little warm with the 22s, so that would definitely need a fan. But I'm gonna probably drop it down a couple teeth, and I was running it on 8S too, so wasn't being very kind to it. Get this big rock put back together so we can blast it some more until it dies again, which it'll probably be a while. So, all right, I'll see you guys next time.